Greetings, goblins and ghouls. That is not my intro. Thanks and salutations, my dearest friends. My name is Samantha, and today I'm going to be talking about my Summerween TBR. Hello, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. It is officially summer, which means I'm absolutely sweating. So if you can hear the ceiling fan above me, forgive me because whew, it is hot where I live. This is a little bit of a different video for me. It really is. We are participating in Summerween. Yes, we are. I decided that last minute. I think the readathon actually starts today, the day that I'm filming my TBR. Summerween is a very popular readathon that is hosted by Gabby from Gabby Reads. Basically, it is a time in the middle of summer where we read a bunch of horror and thriller books. I am not a horror thriller mystery girly. I am not. A little bit about me. I am a certified scaredy cat. Yeah. If you're new to my channel, I predominantly read romances and cozy mysteries, and occasionally I will read fantasy as well. I don't really read horror or thriller books because, again, as previously mentioned, I am a scaredy cat. In my lifetime, I have had many paranormal experiences and activities happening around me to the point where I'm a little traumatized. So I've never really reached for horror and thriller as a genre because I'm just the type of person that will always check my backseat for psycho killers. This year I have been reading new genres and really enjoying it, and I love a good theme. I do, okay? I don't really love the summertime. It's hot. There's bugs, you're sweating. I don't enjoy it. So I kind of want to stay inside and read this entire weekend. And I thought, you know what? Let's do Summerween. Okay, long explanation. Have some books on here that I want to get to, but I also asked you guys on Instagram some recommendations since I am such a newbie, and you guys gave me a ton of recommendations, which I love. So this is a very loose TBR, and I will be filming my whole reading experience this week. There are a couple prompts to this readathon, so I went ahead and went on the Instagram to look at some of the prompts. First prompt is to read a book in the dark. And that's probably going to be the easiest prompt because literally the only time I read is right before bed, and I love to read on my Kindle. This is my Kindle Oasis. I also have a Kindle Scribe. I grabbed this one because I still have my Halloween decorations on here. I have like a little ghost, so it really fits the Summerween vibe. Next prompt is to read a thriller or horror book, and the book that I have on my TBR is Vampires of El Norte. I've been wanting to read this book for a really long time. If you guys didn't know, I am a huge fan of vampires. Like, weirdly obsessed with vampires. I have a tattoo right here on my arm of a little bat because when I was like in the 7th or 8th grade, I read Dracula for the first time and it literally changed my life. I love paranormal romances, so I'm figuring that I will really like paranormal thrillers or horror books, and honestly, I feel like I can't go wrong with a vampire book. I don't know much about the story except that it spans many years. It follows our two characters who are childhood friends / childhood lovers. Obviously, it has to do with the vampires. I started the audiobook today at work. Really love the narrator. I wasn't kind of sure what genre this fit in, but when I looked it up, it was described as a gothic horror book, so I'm counting it for this prompt. Only a couple hours in the audiobook, but I am obsessed with the setting already, like this gothic vibe. At the beginning of the book, our two characters are on this grand adventure together. The heroine ends up getting injured, and our hero actually thinks that she is dead and he feels responsible, so he ends up running from the town. And it follows them many years later, and they both learn that not everything was as it seemed that night when she got injured. Am I explaining that correctly? I don't feel like I am. It does have a little bit of a romance. I am a romance girly at heart, so we're going to be reading this one. Next up is read a book with a night sky on the cover. Technically, Vampires of El Norte has a night sky. I feel like this one book could probably fit all of the prompts, but the book that I'm going to try and fit into this prompt is One Perfect Couple by Ruth Ware. I've never read anything by Ruth Ware, but I know she's immensely popular. I saw this book being talked about in Kayla Books and Lala's video when she was talking about her Summerween TBR, and if you zoom in real close, there's a night sky on there. The thing about this book really intrigued me. The synopsis says it is a high-tension and ingenious thriller following 5 couples trapped on a storm-swept island as a killer stalks among them. I believe this is described as a psychological thriller. I'm hoping to get the audiobook for my library. I don't know if my hold will become available in time, so if not, we might take a little trip to the bookstore and I'll read the physical copy. Next prompt is to read a book with 5 words in the title, and this is where I'm gonna kind of bend the rules rules a little bit, and I'm gonna read a cozy mystery. I'm familiar with cozy mysteries. I love them, and technically, mystery is still in the title. If you've never read a cozy mystery, the way I like to describe it is as if the mystery genre and the Hallmark Channel had a baby. You know, you get that quintessential whodunit amateur sleuth vibe, but it's set in a small town. Nothing really gory or suspenseful really happens, and it's just my type of vibe. So I'm gonna try and fit this cozy mystery series into this prompt. This is the Secret Bookcase Mystery Series by Ellie Alexander, my favorite cozy mystery author. She just recently dropped both of these books, one after the other, which was amazing. The first book is called The Body in the Bookstore. 5 words, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I count? The Body in the Bookstore. And then the second one is called A Murder at the Movies. First book follows our main character Annie, who is hosting a mystery-themed bookish festival that she is very excited about. But the festival takes a turn for the worst when someone is found murdered. Bum, bum, bum. Murder, darling, behind one of her shelves, and it actually turns out to be one of her old college acquaintances. So she needs to figure out what's going on, solve the mystery. I have really high hopes for this one. I have read almost all of Ellie Alexander's backlist, which is like 20 plus books, and I have given almost all of her books 5 stars. I think she's a phenomenal author. She's really mastered her craft, and I'm excited to get to this new series that she has. And yeah, so we're gonna throw in a cozy mystery series. I don't know if that's allowed with the rules, but we're gonna do it. Next prompt is read a book that takes place in summer. One that I was considering is The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. I've heard a lot about this book. Again, vampires, love, but I heard this book was like very uncomfy. So I don't know, maybe a little bit ambitious adding this to my TBR, but we will see. Another one that I'm really intrigued by, this one was a recommendation on the Summerween Instagram, and it's The House Across This Lake by Riley Sager. I know so many people love Riley Sager. I've never read any of their books, so that might be an option. You guys gave me so many recommendations, like hello, thank you so freaking much. Oh my gosh. Oh, Agatha Christie. I feel like I could read an Agatha Christie. Ruth Wares, we have her on our list. Okay, you guys are including cozy mysteries in here, so I'm gonna say it's okay to read a cozy mystery for this readathon. Friend Zay over at Witty Reads gave me a ton of recommendations that sound amazing. I do want to read some books on Kindle Unlimited since I will be reading on my Kindle, and some of the ones that she recommended to me were The Good Lie by A.R. Torr. That's on Kindle Unlimited. Housemaid by Frida McFadden. Oh, she says that this one is a great beginner thriller, and I have heard so many people talk about this book. Housemaid has an average 4.33 Goodreads rating, which is pretty freaking high. The character is a housemaid for the Winchester family, but a lot is going on behind closed doors. This is described as a very like twisty read. That's what Goodreads says, at least. We will see. We will see. I'm looking at some of these books that y'all are recommending me, and the titles are very spooky-ooky. Okay, how do you guys not get scared? Like, I'm getting scared reading some of these synopsises. Oh, we could read Elisa Joy. I know a lot of people love her. None of This Is True has a pretty good average rating. So yeah, thank you, Zay, for sending me all of your recommendations. I know that we have really similar reading tastes when it comes to romance books, so I have high hopes. I have high hopes. All right, I know this was a little bit more of a chatty video, but that is my potential TBR for Summerween. I'm excited to read a different genre than I'm used to. A little scared, but cheers to trying new things. And I will be filming a reading vlog of reading these books. If you have any recommendations for me, I am a mood reader, so my TBR is ever changing. So please leave your recommendations down below. And of course, let me know what you are reading during Summerween. I hope you guys are staying safe this summer. I know the heat is absolutely ridiculous, especially where I live. I hope you guys are still having a hot girl summer, but also staying safe, because I love you so much. Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend time with me. It means the absolute world to me. Again, hope you guys are staying safe and happy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Hold on, my family's FaceTiming me. Mommy! It's 7 p.m. Friday. It's 95 degrees. Ever since I claimed the summer, all you bitches want a season. Bet she can't give you a reason. Should we reread Dracula? I've reread it so many times, but I feel like we should just reread it.